Alright, hello and welcome to the Wantagh Nature Trail. We'll be walking around the lake here. You'll see the sign right there. But we will be walking around this lake here, and I know it's in the evening, it's around 6:30. Taking this walk around the lake. Not feeling well, but I have to take this walk. And we're not going to focus on anything that's really, negative, because there's just too much going on. And it's reaching a point where, I keep trying to, I'll just say it this way, I keep trying to, be there and cover some of these things with the Long Island Railroad and the corruption, but, it's triggering my anxiety disorder and depression really badly, and every time I try, I have to stop, because I can't. Definitely gonna go keep my eye out for some birds here. Unfortunately, it is cloudy now, but I have to try, and I can't do it anymore, guys. I try, and then it always gets too stressful for me, and then I always get upset, and I can't do it. I can't do it. I have this disability, and I can't even do this. So I'm sorry. It's been a very rough couple of weeks between the YouTube drama and the drama in our neighborhoods and the drama on the Long Island Railroad. I just can't do what I used to do. I can't do it. I try, and then it always winds up being too much for me, and I wind up going into depression. And when you have depression, it's impossible to get out of bed. It's a horrible feeling. And I've been having a lot of depression lately because of what's going on, and I can't focus on this stuff. I have to escape it. I can't focus on it. I can't handle stress. That's my disability. That's what is wrong with me, and I can't do it. I try, but I can't. And I really hope you understand that. And that's why I can't. I've got to slow things down a little. I cannot cover these things like I always do. I can't make as many videos as I used to. I just can't. I can't handle it, the stress. My mind cannot handle it. My body can't handle it. And I just can't. It just gets me too upset. Because things have gotten so bad now with everything, with the corruption, with the crime, with everything, that it's like I have to go into survival mode. I can't. I have my own now issues that I've got to deal with, that I can't focus on doing this anymore. Water is high, that's for sure. There's a nice cool breeze blowing here. There's way too much drama going on, and I can't deal with anymore. And I really hope you understand why I can't anymore. Now, it doesn't mean there won't be any videos about the Long Island Railroad or transportation. Again, if I see something, I will try my best to cover it if it's something really major that happens. I'm not going to be talking about the vagrancy anymore. I'm not really going to be covering that as much, or hardly at all. But I'm talking about major service disruptions, like what's going to happen next weekend. You can hear the birds. Can't see them though. Oh wait, I see it. There's a bird there. Yeah, you really can't see the birds, especially now with the sun gone. The sun was out all day today until later. It looked like it was going to cloud up in the morning, but it really didn't. But yeah, I can't really cover the vagrancy issues. I can't cover. I'll still do like town tours and everything like that, but I've got to make less videos. All right, and I slowed it down once. And I remember in the beginning I went on over every little thing with the Long Island Railroad that happened every day. Then I couldn't do that. Then I decided I'll do occasional, but even that's too much. Because there's just something every day with the railroad. There's always something going on. Like today, there's something with the Montauk line. I'm not covering it. You know, my colleagues will cover that. Matt Camper, Andy's Randomness, Kevin from MTA Prodigy, Andy Q, MRADM, and Passengers United. They'll all cover those things. But this, I have to just focus on the environment. I can't do this other stuff anymore. Because I have to worry about things going on in my own town now that are disturbing. Alright? That's just a robin. I have to be concerned with things going on in my own town. And I have to worry about things like that. So please understand that. I see a squirrel over there. Yeah, that's a squirrel, alright. I love squirrels. Oh, it's so cute. That's the call of a red-winged blackbird. There was one right over there, but as soon as he saw the camera, he kind of flew away. Let's continue our walk. I just love nature. I have to focus on that because I can't. Every time I try to push myself with this, it always winds up being bad for my mental health, and I can't do it. Understand that. I don't know what. Oh, there's a feather here. I don't know what bird this feather came from. Not sure. If you know, let me know in the comments section. When I started this channel way back when, it was about the Pine Barrens. That's how it came up with the name Pine Power LI. It was going to be about nature. And then somehow we got into this other stuff, you know. And I thought, well, once I moved out of Westbury, I thought, well, yeah, I'd be able to, ooh, we got lance leaf violet here. Now, I saw this the last time, too, I was here. These are lance leaf violets. Probably not going to see them too well. Camera may not be able to focus. I'll put a picture on the screen. So these little flowers here, these little white flowers are called lance leaf violet. And they are something you see around the lakes in the Pine Barrens. Very small, but they're pretty. Pretty wildflower. You know, but this is what I love doing, man. I love doing the nature videos. I have depression and anxiety disorder, and when you have these diseases, anything stressful or negative is going to make you sick. And talking about the problems, I like talking about the problems because it's a way of venting, but at the same time, it is something that's occupying my time, putting together a video talking about something that's making me upset, when I just rather not think about it anymore. I'm now in survival mode. We have so much corruption in the state, and they're trying to ruin our neighborhoods, that I have to think about getting through it. Getting through what we're going through. Not sure what kind of bird that is. That is not a robin. Not sure what kind of bird that is. It does not look like a robin. Maybe it is, but I'm not sure. All the things I've spoken about, are personal. And personal things. This is my home area, and of course, Wantagh, Bellmore. So I grew up, and I just still feels like the place I really want to be in life, but at this point in my life I can't. I'm not allowed to be here, and it's just, there's a lot of things that I got to deal with that I have to escape the issues now. So, and when I was in Westbury, I was kind of in survival mode, and now, unfortunately, we're seeing some of the same things in Mineola. It's not nearly as bad as Westbury, not yet, but I'm starting to see some things that are disturbing. And my closest colleagues know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to share them all with you, but it is very disturbing what's going on. Beautiful stream here. Oh, look at the green. So green. So green, you don't even need a clear sky. Actually, it's best when it's cloudy like this to set the white balance on your camera to cloudy. That way, it looks warmer and more inviting. It's beautiful, isn't it? Unfortunately, in the middle of the island, we don't have rivers and wetlands. You know, it's beautiful, isn't it? Well, so anyway, this is where I want to go. I just have to go here and escape the craziness, Alright, so we continue on. Like a lot of people wearing the red, white, and blue this weekend. That's good. Not by me, though. Like I said, I gotta go through my own neighborhood issues now, and hopefully it doesn't result in me having to move again, but if it continues for a couple more years, then yeah, I may have to move out of there. And if I do have to leave there in Mineola, then I will have the only other option for me is, because I can't drive, I would have to live here in the South Shore, 'cause at least I have a decent train. But again, it's going to be a real battle, because there's a lot of housing discrimination and stuff. And I like where I'm at. I really don't want to move again. It's very hard for you to have to do that. But you got to understand something. When you go out in your town and you see problems, almost every day you go out, especially by the train station, and you see the graffiti. You see you see the closed up stores. It's depressing, and it triggers my mental illness. And then I focus on it more and make video about it. It doesn't help me. It makes it worse. So that's why I can't do that. You all know the situation. You've seen it, and hopefully it doesn't have to result in me having to move again, because my town becomes another Westbury. But if it is, I will fight. But that's what it is. I have to fight for survival now. I can't be focused on... I'm in survival mode now. All right, I have to think about how I'm going to get through some of these rough things that I'm seeing in my town. And that is by trying to escape them, going to the South Shore, going to parks, and getting my mind off of it. And you have to understand something about this disability. There's that I can't drive. If one can drive, then their options for life are much greater. And my other colleagues, they don't have to live alone. They have their parents. I don't. I live alone, so I have to have access to good public transportation. It's reliable. And that's very important. New York City, no, I don't want to live there, because it's full of problems. It's even worse than here. Why would I want to go there? It's too crowded. I grew up on Long Island. I'm used to Long Island type of life. For years and years and years, we had reliable public transportation. We had a pretty decent bus system. And it was pretty easy to get around. And they just keep making our lives harder. Look at this beautiful stream here. Look at that. If I drove had a car, I would live way out in Suffolk County, probably out in Ridge or something like that. Because there's Pine Barrens there, and it's cool out there too. It's not hot like in New Jersey, so that's probably what I would do. But you can't live out there without a car. It's not happening. Now, if you look really carefully, and if the camera would focus, you might be able to see that there's fish in there. Yeah. And the other message that I have is that just because people in this area think they're in their own enclave, the people have this attitude like, well, what happens in the other part of Long Island isn't going to affect them, but it is. It is going to affect them. It's going to affect everybody, You can't be ignorant about it. But like I said, I'm not going to focus on it anymore. And I think with that, I think you should understand why I can't focus on this stuff anymore. I have plenty of videos that I've made. Plenty. I don't think making any new ones about the same issue is going to really change anything at this point. You know, it's up to you guys, and you tell your friends that we've got to get rid of this corruption. And the way we get rid of this corruption is we got to get rid of these corrupt politicians. And I'm not even going to mention their name in this video. But you know who they are. You got to get them out on election day. That's all. But with that, I'm not bringing this up anymore. I want to enjoy this beautiful, beautiful place here. And I'll just say it this way: the events that have happened at Massapequa Preserve go to show that, you know, we can't just forget about what's going on in other parts of the island. It's safe. We all deserve to be safe. I've done my part. Now it's time for you to do yours. I have to look out for my mental health. And the best thing for my mental health is to be with nature. And that's what we're doing. So, it's going to be hot tomorrow, so it'll be a little hot tomorrow to be outside. But today it is really, the air is delightful. It's dry, it's cool, it's in the mid-60s. The sun's not out anymore, but, you know, it's still a nice day to be outside and get some fresh air. You know, and this is one of my favorite. I always came here when I was a kid, this park, and I still love coming here. No, it's not Pine Barrens, but you know, I love the Pine Barrens, but there are many other beautiful places too. You know, that water's beautiful, huh? Let's see if we can find some egrets. Usually hang out by the water. Well, I have a treat for you because here are a bunch of great white egrets. All in the trees. It's like a whole colony of them here. Great white egret right there. Catching some fish. I think those are those starlings. The European starlings are invasive. Unfortunately, we have a lot of them in Mineola. They came here from Europe. They're not native. Bird over there. Red-winged blackbird up there in that tree. I think there's a bunny over there. Oh, yep. You know, I have a real soft spot for bunnies, right? I think he's just a baby. Oh, so cute. Such a nice, cool breeze over here. It's just wonderful. Let's take another look at the lake. That's your view of the lake. Yep, kind of a junky sky. But, pretty lake. We also have some juvenile Canada geese over here. Something that I really do hate to bring up is that in Lakewood they've been attacking the Canada geese, the Orthodox community. They've been attacking them. Not something I really want to bring up in the video, but being that we are looking at Canada geese, I'll bring it up. It's illegal to do that. There's more Canada geese. Thing is, they're very territorial. They don't want you going by them when they have their kids, so, or the chicks. So it's best to walk around them. Yeah, it's terrible what's been going on in Lakewood, but hopefully they'll catch the people that are doing it. They are orthodox. One thing we have to be grateful on Long Island, at least we aren't dealing with that problem. Anyway, that brings this video to an end. Thank you for watching, and hopefully we'll get more nature videos. I'll still do weather updates. But this other stuff, you know, the social issues, I can't do as much anymore. Occasionally, but very rarely. I have to do what's right for my mental health. Please understand that. So, thank you for watching. And get out there and enjoy God's creations on this beautiful planet we call Earth. Take care.